Alliances turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Alliances turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Alliances turn to ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Alliances turn to pick. Dire team pick. Dire team pick.
Points your way.
Alliances turn to pick.
Grimstroke.
Alliances turn to ban.
Mars!
Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick. Alliances turn to pick.
Dark Seer.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Bang.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Alliances turn to pick.
Riki.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team banned.
Bloodseeker.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Alliance's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Alliance's turn to pick. Dire team pick.
Dragon Knight. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Monkey King.
You may now select your heroes.
Oh, I feel better already.
Prepare for battle.
No blood for you.
All these
This was over before it started.
maneuverable and just putting ulti on them will keep them in place. Also, one thing about OGC's lineup is you have literally 0 tower damage, so you can't push. You need to take a fight before engaging to anything. Also, their lineup is not very good at killing Roach. There's no save whatsoever. Alliance, they have a save in terms of like a nightmare. It's not the classic save, but it can buy you a second of a time, which sometimes is enough.
Yeah, no, I can agree with the points you're making, and also from the performance we saw last game from Alliance, they definitely, I would say, look like a stronger team. They just got out-drafted, so this time we'll see what they can do as Z3 comes up into the high ground and reveals 3 more heroes waiting for him here, and now Slime's coming on down. I don't think Paxi is going to be able to escape from that one, so taking a bit of extra damage. They continue chasing with these Fire Spirit Gold. Look over towards Z3 instead, but nice boundless strike along with the stroke of Fate is going to come through. to survive this one, but a bit of a messy engagement over in the Radiant jungle.
And died.
So this means Monkey King will have Boundless Strike in the laning stage, not what you want to have when you're playing against any melee core. It's a Monkey King favorite matchup, don't get me wrong, but Dragonite still does okay-ish compared to other like melee have region right now when you're hugging the towers for some extra region on top of Dragon Blood. Breathe Fire reduces damage, so Dragonite should not be able to die in this lane.
Yeah, if he can keep himself alive and not allow the Monkey King to snowball, then yeah, should be all right for Limp. And looking forward to another Dragon Knight performance from him, because last game was somewhat terrifying. But yeah, I think the balance though okay. I don't think you can snipe the courier. Actually, maybe you can with a level 1 Boundless Strike, but I don't think he saw it on Limp there. Just out. Ski. So down the bottom lane, they're starting things up with a iron shells, just trying to get this wave down as quickly as possible, get a bit of harass down onto enemy heroes as well. So OGC, I think it's an okay lane. Hangler, Darkseer. We'll see if they can open up on A kills into FNG.
I think you can contest this lane, you need to start skipping with it. Once those two heroes from Alliance hit level 2, it's going to be Nightmare into block right play. And also Pangolier. Like, Pangolier level 1 is not a threat. He uses Swashbuckle, 20 seconds cooldown on that spell. If you put yourself in a bad spot, it means that you're just straight up dead.
That's a tricky one. Also, just want to mention here that they've actually blocked the hard camp as well, so we're unable to pull creeps to the hard camp and find himself that extra efficiency. So he's going to try and meet up the creeps with the radiant creeps. Yeah, quite nice actually for Alliance to into the pull. And they've got a U lane in the
Main forehead.
I didn't read the patch notes closely enough, clearly.
Why Bloodseeker is such a strong pick here. You're playing against the Darkseer, which means if you're farming underneath the tower, you still are going to be full HP because of the Blood Rage.
Yep. It'll be a pretty healthy. Well, going to go and grab the quick weapon. Over in we got Limp versus Chessie here, and these two guys are fucking horns and right now. Not doing amazing. So see a very active lane between the two, but we should be able to probably have a little bit we would expect. But so far, it's been playing very quickly, just sitting back, using the breathe we can do the CS. Oh, did I actually miss that one, unfortunately. Jingu's resetting means he's going to be absolutely okay. And then up at top, we've got Ara on the Ricky and Pexu on the Grimstroke against Phoenix and X4 on the Mars. I think Mars and Phoenix has got to be one of the most played combo of heroes throughout the past months, say.
Yeah, on top of Axe plus Phoenix. Also, Ricky plus the Grimstroke is extremely popular, especially in the Southeast Asian scene. Like, you put Inkswell on Ricky, he blinks on you, then there's a stun. Follow it up with Tricks of the Trade, ton of damage. So FNG gets the first blood on Z3.
Yeah, that's pretty surprising.
Getting away first blood, same thing happened. Like, he died 3 or 4 times in the first 5 minutes of the previous game on Morana. They just made his lane stage miserable.
Haven't quite been on that stage yet, but certainly did look pretty good for FNG there to be able to kill off Z3. But they get a return call to FNG, but still that first blood definitely going to be making this Bane feel very happy with himself. He's just harassing forwards onto Z3 here, not much you can do. But in the top, they get the kill onto the Ricky. Naughty little kill onto that pesky little Richard.
They see that the Grimstroke is pulling, so they use this info to playing aggressively straight away. Or didn't have.
Money for you.
Now he's having a much better start.
Yeah, might actually be able to have a bit more game impact throughout the early mid this time around. Last game. Certainly lacking in that as Madara chased forward on 10,
Radiant's middle
but
tower
not much
is under
he's
attack.
going to be able to do. This falls low on mana now, so hard for him to really find another kill, but still going to be very happy with that Ricky beat down as destroyed some across his way, but it's down at bottom. FNG getting low again, but it's Z-Freak who's going to lose his life. Meanwhile, Hayes comes up from just getting himself away the hit and run. But Nico Baby, I think he's finding himself a second here. This is so cool. If he can get the Dynasty 8, that might be something, and he will. Thank you very much, Proud crushing him. That big old desecrate. Nico Baby. He's having a dreamy time down here though. 32-6, and now a kill as well. I mean, this is just perfect from him.
You can see the recent changes kicking in. No one is having denies.
Overrated.
Oh, yeah, whole time hero like 25 to 30 denies, which is not really much.
No. I mean, Limp still, you know, he's had a lane, he's got some creeps, he's got XP, gonna hit this level 6 and force the Monkey King to stay in lane, and gonna stop the Monkey being able to rotate and help out his other lanes unless he wants to lose his tower. I'm just trying to make him work with these Jingu strikes as much as possible.
Could have played a bit more. Yes, you're playing against Monkey King, you had 2 points in Dragon Blood, the Astro hours, just saying, you know, that much about him getting a Jingu mastery. Like, he's already gonna be full HP from those procs, so you just want to get the XP and the gold for yourself. Right now, Dragon Knight's having 17 per second region.
He's a healthy boy. A lot of health with those 3 points in Dragon's Blood. That's how Chessie harassed him. He's going to heal himself straight away. But yeah, Chessie's, I mean, he's doing good. He's doing good in this mid lane. He's starting to really dominate. But yeah, I'm scared about this bottom. Nico now has the surge, gonna feel like a bit of the swashbuckles we see now. Z3 gonna go for the TP out. Get caught. Nico Baby trying to eat the tree to see if he can get a couple of right clicks in, but can't do so. Cute play from Nico Baby, doesn't pay off, but all the same, you get the Pango out of there, control the lane a little bit more.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
He's faster than Darkseer with the surge.
That doesn't seem right.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Chest is low on the
Dire's bottom
Ricky
tower is
taking
under
on the
attack.
top lane.
Up my stupid teammates. Really getting to work on the one tower, and they're probably going to take it here as FNG takes a ton of hits from it just to try and keep it alive as long as possible. Keep the bot alive, and now they jump forward and tries to get the deny, but unfortunately will not up the but Jimmy still does escape. Then they're going onto the dragon. He's running low on AP, has Phantoms and Break on him, so can't turn it off. We even have the mana to anyway. Pitch comes down, battle. Good job. Hanskin's turned up to this one. I'm wondering if they came on OGC, but these it's coming down upon them. Commit to that kill.
I want to see Chess playing more aggressive. That doesn't mean is a tier 2 tower while two heroes are keeping to help him out. Almost to survive. He had a magic there, he would have lived. So bottom tower gone, Bloodseeker level 7 having the dream game, 60 CS already.
Jesus, that is absurd amount of CS right now.
Dire's bottom tower is under
19.
attack.
So
I
many
don't care,
last
I'm switching to network. 4,000, 8 minutes in. That's quite a lot.
I'm getting worried. Meanwhile, S4, nice spear, catching up with there, forcing him back and possibly saving his life in that situation. Meanwhile, Z comes in with a haste route. Hello, Handskin. But doing a good job with. But of course, Z gets a disarm anyway.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
But is he the ultimate counter to Mars, since Mars is taking Ricky attacks from the back?
Yeah, that works.
Dire's middle tower is under
Why
attack.
no one is picking like Mars and Whistleback, then they combine together to unkillable unit.
Let's back at back, just also let's go. Oh, good touch up. They're not touching Pexy right now, but Pexy's gonna be able to walk himself away, turns back around, throws down the H12, throws down the stroke of it. Life can come, but straight up die. Dara, they will get FNG, but trade. Coming out. Let's see if they can find that comes on through for the two tanky heroes just surviving on the front lines, and on the side's coming down. Jimmy's going to be paying the price just so much better to run down these OG seed heroes. Nobody can do a free kid. They can have much health. Doesn't it? Takes him down, and the fire breath comes through from low. Oh, Freak is dead.
Finally, while Mars is same. Have this fight. You can't just take this fight. A ton of damage to throw inside of Mars Arena. Most importantly, it's just a blood strike. Like the AoE silence plus the damage. It's also a very nice zoning.
Oh, Handskin. Oh, Handskin. That was. That was very sad. He tried to say. Two comes just takes up his front of it. Nothing you can do about it. He's interrupt. He turns up and he's still like 2 seconds cool. It's the sad ballad indeed.
Also, Madara doesn't yet like that. Full power.
It does something extra.
Fans magic one. Feels not gonna come on expected timing.
No, he's a little bit poor, isn't he? Not having a dream game right now. It's not gonna do a matchup. Can't really judge on the dark. He's a bit doesn't have anywhere to go.
Callless each can't get you correct.
True, you gotta look on the upside, don't you, Lacoste? Very wise words.
At school right now, just sell your house, you know, and benefit from it.
Yeah, maybe that. Homework. Street laptop. If you find an outlet.
Underneath the bridge, connect to some random Wi-Fi that doesn't need.
Living the dream, baby. Limbo. Put this ulti in the middle lane, just trying to get as much pressure on the tower. They've moved in two to try and defend this tower, but they're really not doing that much against him. And they're trying to get the stun out onto the blood peak and will do so, but at what cost? His own life is. I guess he's gonna die as well. Not a good trade whatsoever.
Best comeback heroes, Monkey King. Also, like you picked him to counter the dragon. And he's putting the pressure on the top tower. So this one's gonna fall. We're gonna get more gold, get him closer to Blink Dagger. Then you have a form of initiation. What is S4 going for? 1,000 gold. Nothing queued up yet, but he just. I believe they already have good ways to initiate if Dragon Knight gets a blink.
Man, it's just Lim taking another tower here. And I mean, that's a powerful DK. You can lose lane a little bit. It's fine. I'm going to take my tower afterwards and then take another tower afterwards and hopefully take a bunch more towers afterwards. It's a very simple game plan from Lim this game. Much more simple than Monkey King, who wants to kill a hero, but who does he really kill? Hanskin's going to run himself away. Has the ability to destroy a lot of trees at the same time as well. It's really very rough game. Stun on to Z-Freak here, who tries to completely lock down Lim. They're trying to go at him regardless, but in comes the Arena. S4 is here. Meanwhile, they'll bind Bane and S4 together. The just go straight away for the TP out and just about makes it. Petsu, though, he's going to get cut down. Everybody else just getting themselves away here. Z-Freak, he should be able to... Oh, Nico, baby, he's got it again. Oh, we'll see if it comes. Though, and then this one, so he's going to...
That's the problem that I said after the picking phase. They have no tower damage. These heroes are so bad at hitting the buildings. They took off half HP in tier 1 tower. So even if you group up, you don't have a where you're just trading one tower for tier 1 tower on the top lane.
Invisibility.
Dire's middle tower.
Yeah, now it's a 5k gold advantage for us. I mean, 14 minutes into this game, they are looking dominant. OG Seed, what is that count? What timings are they looking for this game?
OG definitely need this. This was likely to be able to take a fight. But there's gonna be like next set of items client. Once he gets that, Nico Baby going straight into BKB, which is a correct choice. They have like no abilities that can stun him, so he can do whatever he wants. Dragon can either go for BKB.
Is under attack.
Yeah, just holding for the blink for the time being. That alone is a big threat. To find Chessie here. Chessie, though, able to come away, I think. Yeah. Cop on the trees, and he's out of there. Freak fake into Hanskin way the cliff and far away. If Hanskin was still hanging around on that cliff and see if he can get himself a free piece of stuff. Yeah, a little bit here as the live watch taking get that BKB exit here. And by might I mean absolutely have. He's gonna get his state absolutely peppered by Nico Baby.
The problem is you don't have a playmaker. Like Monkey King can take the role, but he doesn't have it. Like you can't just expect him and Grimstroke to play together. So tanky. You have Mars, you have Dragonite, and this more place. Like there's no real synergy in what OGC is doing right now.
Run, Jimmy! Sunray's gonna catch him up though, along with the poison. That's gonna run down Jibbe. Nice little catch there from him. Very, very cute. But yeah, Jibbe gone. And I mean, it's kind of dark here, right? Like, play. You pick Ricky, who doesn't get any farm, and this Monkey King, as you say, he's just got nothing to play with. He's got no friends. He's a very lonely monkey. And monkeys get very depressed.
Yeah, they together strong, but this one exactly doesn't have plans. Also, it's just they kidding.
Use that little left one.
Is like have comeback heroes, no tower damage. Their team fight is much worse. And so
thing right now. No, just even way though, but just gently pushing the feels scared on the side of OG side of Alliance either. Everyone feels scared on the side of OG. They got every lane feels from Jesse.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Let's go. We're I'm rare.
That's it.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, I'm trying to stay positive.
Me too, man.
Somehow, how do you find back in the game on C1 unless somehow Alliance overextends they inside the Wukong command with hands off the keyboard?
Dire's bottom tower is under
Yeah, they
attack.
could walk in circles in it. They have a combo with Grimstrike. Strike, hello. Didn't think about this, did you, Lacoste?
Oh, scary. That's it.
Yeah.
Also, sometimes I find Grimstroke
Dire's bottom tower
having
is under
any of
attack.
his abilities, but in this case, that's like if you had something like a Doom, like a Beast, or like a way to come back.
Good job with Soulbound here. They really kind of mess up on the on the backline. The BKB pop the BKB tries to fight a C here and might do so successfully. Chansey unfortunately doesn't have a boundless strike, so can't get that kill. Just running him down. Kosaber not doing much. Meanwhile, Dara heading much the same way as his comrades at arms. He's gonna get run dead little Richard as three heroes have hit the deck on the side of OBC, and again, as you say, there's fighting. It just doesn't really look like they have options here. It doesn't look like they have a way to play themselves out of these situations. Zefree's gonna drop as well to S4, skipping around the map, getting who they want, murdering, pillaging, destroying.
Well, sometimes it's better to, you know, call the game. There's nothing you can learn from it. Even though you didn't lose 3 hours, blitz, big, Gold, Ricky, like what is he sitting at? He still needs it down to finish off.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, they don't have anything else to do today. They're not in quarantine like the rest of us. They're just like, well, might as well just play this game out and see what happens.
Got out. They lost all the lanes. But RIP.
Well, baby, what can you do, FNG? The answer is getting safe from it, but the boundless strike up this job. I'll get hit behind Z3, getting ruptured up one again, but turn around and get the kill on Z3. That's what jumped into this one. Very about this though, he's gonna lose one, and that's now gonna be 3 kills, but Nico Baby's then top of Madara. They will run him down. They're completely untouched for 2 as well. Run him down very. You might have had a cute entry in FNG You might have found yourselves 2 kills afterwards, but unfortunately, the moment Nico Baby turns up this fight, he's gonna run
Fusion from Alliance. They're so handsome, playing 100%. Bit fun. You got
Dire's middle tower is under
2 kills
attack.
of energy. On top of that,
Excellent.
Baby shows in just straight over.
Indeed. You how to cut your own hair? Got any tips? Because I think I'm gonna have to do that soon. The first get a bit out of control. Got it in hair in quarantine?
I was trying to go for something more fancy, but ended up cutting my own hair on like 3 million.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
A light trim.
I look more gangsta, I don't know. I look scared, even though I'm a nerd.
Scary nerd.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
If someone ends up arguing for your lane in pubs, you can just send them a picture of yourself and be like, wanna mess with me?
Oh, you wanted to fight me earlier today? I'll send you a picture.
Play
on the line.
Yeah, I'm aboard. Let's go. Just getting on down here inside the arena. See you later, sweet prince. That's a ducks. You're dead. Out of the equation for a while. Nico Baby rocking out with his BKB and this me all day. Yeah, I'm always up for receiving pics of you, Lucas. Anytime.
Alright. I know what Pat is gonna type after you
Radiant's
said
bottom
that.
tower is under attack.
So
Dire's
Dragon Man
top
decided to go
tower
for just finish it off. Oh,
Full blind initiation might be able to bring down Limp here in times, but with the wall slowing, they're cutting them over. They will kill Limp once again, but Nico Baby just sitting on top of D-Freak and getting that kill. Meanwhile, FNG trying to play around. What about job? They jump onto Nico Baby. This is a big target here. That's good jumping forward here. He's got pretty dead fast. Meanwhile, Nico Baby the backline will come to the Supernova for they trade Badara and Jibbe for it, which is not a good trade deal.
give him.
Baby, yeah, they want it. They want it. Hit him another time.
Afraid of stealing it.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Not steal it and let him live.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
The your teammate is more important than onto Grimstroke. I'm done with that. But even though he's kind of slow, ODC, she might have a decent start of that one. Still,
Dire's middle barracks is under attack.
because maybe Lions just trying to make it hard for themselves, you know? We'll just go deep. Are you? Cut him down all the same. Absolutely on a ramp to him.
Dire's top
Nico.
tower is under attack.
Borders of my lifeline expand
Just
once again.
a game. In it.
I'm looking at forward. 12
Dire's
Madara.
top tower is fallen.
Big strike back to the backhand. Not healthy. Back strike also gets blood here, but unable to finish the. Dropping everything to break down S4, and they will do so. But Nick with the BKB just take down Madara in the backlines anyway. Now look at step by him. Look, forward and skip. See down by himself, but FNG catches him with big grip.
Dire's bottom
Nice to the
tower
fight
is
and
under
break
attack.
out Kessie with
Right, boy, it is time to call it.
to the chat.
Yeah. And any other logical explanation besides like Kyle is playing on Z-Freak's account at the moment?
Could be yeah. Hey, I want to play a competitive game. Can I borrow your account? You're off. It's my dress gonna be sick.
It's not clear.
Alliance's turn to ban.
Now you and the Viper right now. The big concern he could come out. Okay, this is time to shine. This is a round.
Pick, I believe, so far in this tournament, when it comes to Viper, it was OGC that picked it. Oh, it's possible. You never know.
I don't think I want to pick up.
I think OGC need to sit down and decide if they trust in Madara and his heroes or not. Start picking him these heroes. Start giving him late picks, higher pick priorities so that he can excel those and just throw chess under the bus. Don't throw him under the bus. Don't try and counter pick Limp so heavily. Don't try and counter pick mid so heavily because it's obviously not really working out for them.
That's true. There's no fixation there, right? And we already highlighted, Nico Baby is being set up to be the mission for
They have so much trust in him. They have so much
reason.
10 seconds remaining.
But what I like now from OGC, they ban out the DK. How many times you're gonna let
5
this
seconds
hero
remaining.
just, or even in game 1, he was a really crucial piece to
Dire team
almost
back.
winning that game. He had really good optimization, he had really good movements in the game, he had a hard game to it against the Meepo, but this time around he had an easy game and we saw what happened. So just get rid of it and let's see if Alliance can play something else, which probably can, but still.
They need to ban out that Prophet now. If you're OG Seed, you replace the Death Prophet ban pretty much
10 seconds
with
remaining.
the Dragon Knight, with the DK. The Phoenix also
5
replaced
seconds
something. I can't.
remaining.
It wasn't Kotl, Shadow Demon, perhaps.
Alliance's
Tusk was in
turn
first
to
Yeah,
ban.
Tusk. And they,
remove this.
yeah,
round.
you pretty much are leaving Tusk at old Chen as well. There's a lot of heroes here that Alliance would love to get their hands on. Phoenix obviously is an issue if played by Hankin, but Tusk, man, it's just as bad. And then also you're giving FNG
10 seconds remaining.
of taking that Chen, and then the game is played on a completely different level.
5 seconds
And then maybe,
remaining.
you know, if you are going to let the Chen through, what would you like to see to kind of counter that the aggression? Because it is that type of hero that can enable early stack and push it, right?
Gen teams so powerful now.
Yeah.
So powerful now, right?
Something like maybe Pugner is a good hero to like deal with that early aggression. Can
Actually, it's a hero that just Pugna is still in the pool. Just still in the pool, still in the pool. Let's see what they bring this first picking phase. But when we're playing, let's just getting Samirana is an option for Beast. Alright, OGC go.
does that cover you against the Chen? No, do you get Alliance?
No, it doesn't at all. It's not a hero that even does that well.
So it is not in the pool, but Void is in the pool. The heroes I think that on top of Pug. So that could actually be an option for Alliance.
10 seconds remaining.
Like this Pugna, I don't know, like
seconds
how could
remaining.
the hero feel to you after the slight changes to the Nether? I'm
Became much worse on that position 4.
yeah.
Before the Netherworld changes, it was just the best laner. It was like us watching it from here. It doesn't look great, but the moment you play against it, the moment you play with it, you just realize how difficult it is to deal with that. That somewhere in the has a million range, taking down your map or making it almost 0 region. Right now, like more offlane with thing like a shaker coupling, right? And if you mentioned Void Spirit, I would like to actually see OG because Jelly has had some
turn to pick.
standing performances of the hero. Alright.
Miles open for a so it does leave the ability to pick up the Void first. Looks pick, right?
Solid, definitely. Though I'm kind of like I expected it was a support against the partner, something along those lines, because then you just make this hero really hard to play. All of your
10
spells
seconds
really low
remaining.
mana, so you don't really care about dying yourself. You put it on someone the partner
5
is
seconds remaining.
look, Mars is definitely a strong lane, but other than that, I don't see like a clear reason to pick
Dire
them.
team
Maybe
back.
they
Yeah, they have to go for the Void Spirit. I like this a lot. It was a clear choice after picking Mars as well. That get out of the arena very easily with multiple ways, right? So
I think the Oracle could still be good for Alliance now seeing this, because I believe Troll is still available as well. We've seen that combo be pretty potent.
it's still an option for both of these teams.
10 seconds
And getting
remaining.
that Oracle on the OG side is also an option. Speaking of that
seconds
troll, they
remaining.
had pretty much they won 2 games so far. One was with the Void Spirit, the other was with the Troll, or in the same game there was Void Spirits and Troll. So they can definitely execute that lineup quite well. It's a hero that's pretty decent in the lane as well right now. And with your Oracle, if you pick it up, you also have the possibility of purging down the Fade Bolt. So it's not, he doesn't get countered by the minus damage in the laning stage.
Plus, also you definitely want, if you want to go for some core that actually doesn't have an escape mechanism, which they are gonna need, you have a save inside the arena, which is very important in my opinion.
Well, bans, where's your priority right now? Because you mentioned maybe fixating less on trying to shut Limp out and more on maybe enabling your own win condition on OGC.
Alliances turn to ban.
Actually, you can ban out Limp, right? And that's what they're doing. You can see that on the side of Alliance, that Prophet has been banned out. On the side of OG Seed, you have the Dragonite, 2 heroes that he has played quite a lot recently, and now they also ban out that TA. I think if you give Chessie a good time on his Void Spirit, he will do a lot. And it's not your Monkey King. This hero is very flexible right now. And also, yeah, it's very flexible. It doesn't even have to mean that it's going to be played by Chessie, even though most likely it will be. But if you give him a good matchup with this Void Spirit, he will be able to start playmaking very early on.
Yeah, it's that difference when you pick Monkey King, it's more about how your draft enables him versus Void Spirit. Kind of a cookie cutter fit, I'd say right now. It can fit in most drafts, it can work around most heroes.
Void Spirit?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. The hero just works well on every position, every core position. If you get a solid game, he still does the same, does a lot of magic.
10 seconds remaining.
Definitely. That's why we do the first phase,
5
right?
seconds remaining.
Until people realize what are the best counters for him, something that's maybe not so obvious since the hero is still relatively new. And there's the Chen.
I mean, Chen Rubik Mars. Man, like, it's hard to ask for a better opening for Alliance right now, considering their strength, their comfort zone heroes. This looks great. And for as long as I've been around, Chen and Rubik have outstanding combo of heroes. With Chen, you either want a hero that's able to instantly set up, or you want a bulky frontliner such as Tuss, right? And Rubik, one of those that can instantly set up lift. It gives you some teamfight potential, the output potential as well, outpush potential. So I like Chen.
Yeah, I like the point of the team fight, right? The Chen later on in the game he might not be as good, but Rubik in the later stages of the game, 30, 40 in, can actually even consider the core if you have the positioning and still the right.
Alliances turn
I
to
mean,
pick.
okay, they go for
Deal with the Chen push.
Yeah, like Ivern was considered to be one of the best and much long time ago. It's not an answer to Chen that we see very often any longer.
No. Why do you think that is?
Because of the differences to the way you play. It's on the second first and
10
foremost, it's not on top.
remaining.
You're usually comboing it over bringing those
5
small
seconds
creeps,
remaining.
buff the laning stage. There, Viver doesn't really have as much effect in the first 10 minutes as before, but it's still solid. I think it's still fine. You still have some out push. You have years of creep skipping with the Void Spirit, with the Wyvern. It's a solid pickup overall.
It's something they needed. They were forced into getting support that actually has wave clear, that can maybe survive if he is behind the tier 1 tower, delay it, maybe survive. You actually have to commit a lot for him because he has the Arctic Burn and can fly away. So to me, this is an okay pick. It doesn't seem like you can see any of the cores, but to be honest, you're gonna have one really high physical damage dealing core. So he.
Do you think it's definitely a support? Because we have seen Wyvern ban in. Yeah.
It could be, but yeah, we'll see. I'll play though.
Do you think Pugna does more with the gold in this type of game?
There is only one way to roll the Wyvern on the offlane, and that's if Pugna is mid. If offlane, your Pugna can't be the position 4. Those two together would get destroyed, and and you don't want the Pugna to be position 5 as well.
Speaking of destroyed, Quop's win rate in this tournament is looking pretty abysmal. 1 win, 9 picks. This will be the 6th pick in the second phase. Even when it's left until the last phase, we've seen this hero get ran over. Why is that?
There's a couple players, right, that made it look really great in the ESL. We saw Viking GG that played it on Boom. He pretty much started doing that blade mail thing on the Queen of Pain, and just he games versus Secret, I believe they won 2-0. So he's one of the first ones that started really picking up the hero and making it work, and then other teams tried and it didn't work as much. But I don't think the hero is bad. I think Queen of Pain is pretty solid here as well. You have some pure coming into play as well. You're playing versus all these heroes that do suffer versus that, so it looked like a decent Queen of Pain game.
And we see a Pango. I like it. You have some team fight now on the side of OGC. Actually, when this comes with the first push power, you actually have, if your supports are level 6, to fight him. Though we don't know if the Pango is going to be support, but let's say
that's the big question, because last game, I mean, you couldn't play if you were willing to come and play that regular again, as Secret not have a good time in game 2.
We're not going to be seeing a Bloodseeker, most likely, so that was the main reason.
Still got 1 pick there, right? Like, what else were you looking at for Alliance, if not Bloodseeker?
OGC is trying to imitate their daddy team way too much, and this lineup looks so difficult to execute once again, man. I don't know. It just looks so hard. You have to that perfect dance, you know, perfect execution to make it work. And already these 4 heroes, I don't know what they picked to round up these 4 heroes so that they actually if they outplay heavily the lane stage.
I'm actually not sure. Like, the troll comes to mind, but they still have so many problems.
A team pick.
They banned.
Yeah. Exactly. No, I'm not doing that again. Okay.
So, stop calling Thunder or not. I can't.
You know, I stop it in draw.
Just ban it. That's easier. Yeah.
Which press will you play is easy. In games. It's difficult to farm pick Golden Grail, the Holy Grail right now.
Holy Grail is pretty self-destructive as well versus Bloodseeker, and you have Pango, you have multiple sets for the Blood, right? And then you would have the Queen of Pain Bloodseeker combo, which is very active very early on. I won't necessarily consider them the best combo because it does leave you at this, you know, this possibility of not being able to finish hitting that brick wall, which is the Wyvern.
And it's a Juggernaut pick. Does this fix the draft, or is this just kind of a where else do we go type pick?
I'm leaning towards the second statement.
The whoopsie daisy.
Yeah, because against the Chen, what are you gonna go for a Battle Fury and play like 4 Protect 1? I can see it working, though we haven't seen it work in this tournament so far, and Alliance been looking like a better team, so if you are not executing as well as your opponents and they are 5 versus 4, you're actually gonna have a problem.
What's the pick here for Alliance?
Slark?
Yeah. You wouldn't really care about the Jug with that Slark if they go for it, but about Nico's heroes, it's alright.
So apparently they want this hero to get more wins in the tournament as well. Anti-Mage, I think we've had discussions about this and how it's maybe a little bit too slow, gets punished a little bit too hard. Is this that Anti-Mage game?
This is definitely the Anti-Mage game. This is a very good AM game. You're playing versus a Juggernaut. Even with the recent changes to the Jug, if you don't win early on, if you don't pressure those towers early on, if you don't roll out of control, AM will find his farm. I'm not sure about Nico's AM, looking forward to seeing it, but still they have 4 heroes that are completely capable of creating enough space for that Anti-Mage to get his. All he needs is Manta Basher pretty much, and he's already able to join these fights.
OGC, to me here, they're on a timing and they do not have a better laning stage. So like between minute 8 and minute 15, they need to start doing something around the map when they hit those levels, and that's a really clear timing that at that point Queen of Pain is strong, Mars is strong. To me, Alliance got this easily.
Panel's leaning on Alliance here, but if OG want to actually extend this, they're going to have to play their part up and execute the perfection. We're going to see if they can do that in this third and final game between the sides of Alliance and OG. Do or die time for the OG boys. Let's see if they can live to fight another day.
Thank you very much, Killy Pilly. Yeah, we're getting into the final game here. We got a bit of an anime battle on our hands between the Anti-Mage and the Juggernaut. Do you agree with the panel sentiments, Lacoste?
I muted it. I'm just kidding. Well, it's definitely a great game, and I don't think OG Seed can play this fast to just shut him down. Alliance have Chen, you have Rubik, Queen of Pain. These heroes come online very quick. Same goes for Mars. So there are a couple of heroes in the game that can hold the game for AM to come online. Expecting something different. I was expecting going leaning more towards Slark. Like he can get out of everything besides the Wyvern ulti and doesn't care too much about Jug. But once gets Manta style, he will be joining fights. And look at the 1, 2, 3 intelligence heroes with huge mana pools. Like Pagna probably is the hero with the highest intelligence gain in the game, and you need to be careful when you're playing Pagna, pushing high ground. If you're out of mana, one void can just turn whole things around.
Yeah, he's a nuclear bomb sitting in the enemy team. He should just kind of social distance himself from his own teammates to make sure that he doesn't kill them inadvertently in the middle of fights. But yeah, I mean, I think the one I'm looking at in this game is definitely going to be Chessy. I think when you're looking at pressure, when you're looking at what this team can do, then I'm this Void Spirit. Can he have a good time in lane? Can he kick off? Can he start roaming around the map, making opportunities for his team, and finding the aggression which they're going to need? Do you think though that it is, you know, they've got the Juggernaut? Are we overlooking this Juggernaut factor? Can he offer some kind of counter carry to the Anti-Mage, or does the Anti-Mage just win in every aspect?
Depends how the game develops. It's a good Roche taking lineup. Now from OG Seed, you have Sustain from Pugna's Life Drain, you have Healing Ward plus Cold Embrace, so it's a lot of spells that can keep them alive so they can be resetting all of the times. Even though they have a couple of long ultis, they can still keep fighting all the time because of how much healing they have.
Yeah, the Roche should be on the cards a little bit early for them. Alliance. They don't really have very good Roche potential at all until like quite late in the game when the Anti-Mage is online. I guess the Mars can tank it for them, but in terms of actual getting damage down to the big boy, they don't have a whole lot of that, do they?
They really don't.
So we've seen a couple of mix-ups in the builds in the Queen of Pain. Sometimes I go for Orchid, sometimes I go for Aghanim's. Do you think you go for Ags just to get through the spin of?
I mean, it can still go through the spin Sonic Wave.
Yeah, I was testing you, but you know, extra bit of damage, I guess, from it.
Wonderful.
You don't want to go first item, Aghanim Scepter. It also depends, like, how's your laning stage going. You can't just like, I'm going this item this game. Sometimes it's just like Spirit Vessel. It's one of those items, but like. Dota is a very complicated game in terms of like what you're buying. You need to see with the team how they're doing, what timings you want to hit. Like if you need something for Roche shaking, if you have enough abilities to engage in the team fight, you don't have to get an early blink. So they don't have that much, I would say, burst damage or of any kind, and there are a couple of heroes that need to be silent in the fight. So I would assume he's gonna go for Orchid. Orchid is a very greedy, since there's no real save. You have Chant the Mech, Hand of God sitting behind you, but it might not be enough if you're like playing too aggressive with Queen of Pain, cutting the back lines, and you need to be careful because they have a lot of turnaround potential with these heroes.
It's going to be all about the fighting, I think, as well. And, you know, we know that OGC need to fight. They need to find the aggression. And I'm kind of looking at his team fight skills. I mean, I think OGC do have the better team fight. Maybe not, actually. There's still Arena, there's still Scream of Pain and Sonic Wave and all that good stuff which the Queen of Pain can pump out. I think it all comes down to Chessy for me still. If he can have a standout performance, I genuinely think OGC have a pretty good chance of this game. But based on the previous two performances, I don't know how much I want to rely on. Yeah, I mean, he had a decent Meepo game. They did win that game, of course, so.
They did, but the game much earlier, in my opinion. It's just the execution was not on point. It's a pretty decent Ruby game. A lot of good spell steal from Wyvern, Pangoliers, Rolling Thunder. Every single time you play Pango against a Rubik, you wanna have one point in Shield Crash and use it immediately after the Rolling Thunder. So once Rubik gets level 6, you need to have a point in Shield Crash. That's the unwritten rule.
I see.
New Sage Mask, it's so
The battle begins.
Speakers are getting an item build. Look how strong Rubik is with this build. He has a lot of sustain, mana, 6 Sangos plus a fair fight, like damage, and you can try to juke people with it.
Yeah, both the Rubik and the Pug have that smart board out for themselves as well. So clearly a lot of value in that item. Extra mana regen, doing a lot for it. Cyber things up on the top lane. He's got 6. And yeah, my guy would need. I'm not something that can consider beastly lane though. I think I'm here to start things off.
Pexu with Splinter Blast level 1. Sometimes it's better to skill it instead of just having Arctic Burn, and then you don't do anything for 50 seconds. Now you at least can secure the range creep, or at least with harassment.
You become somewhat of a hero. I guess you can't like push the lane out. I think it's come down to whether you want to just get level 2s. You know, this combination of Juggernaut and Wyvern isn't strong level 1 at all. You know, the spin with the Splinter Blast is not really a combo. So I just want to try and mess up the lanes and make it as messy as possible so they can find the level 2s without too much harassment coming out in their direction. Meanwhile, Limp and Chessie just battling out in the middle wave. Chessie already forcing out a salve out from him. Limp, though, probably has to use one as well, so everything pretty even to start things off. Do you know this matchup?
Chessie adjusting his item build, going for Dissimulate, like level 1, so he can dodge the Shadow Strike, which is pretty easy. And it's 100 mana, you can also deal some damage. Should be Queen of Pain favored, I would say, but Void Spirit has a very nice attack animation. Let's see. Okay, this is what Link needs to do. Just fake it till you make it.
Yeah, absolutely. Chessie now is just going to have to tank this Shadow Strike if he wants to come forward for any CS, and that's exactly what's going to happen here. Meanwhile, down in the bottom lane, we have a Pangolier and a Pugner facing off versus a Chen, and he's actually going to blink forwards onto Z-Freak, but he gets a disarm out onto the anti-mage, so no more mana breaks for you, good sir. And Z-Freak's going to be able to keep on spamming, but this does seem to be the plan for FNG and Nico, baby. Just throw out that Penitence, jump on the air, and just try and get rid of as much of Z-Freak's mana as possible, and being annoying, basically.
FNG with the headdress, even though the same goes for his Divine Favor. It's the second Mango without it, and it's only level 1 orb. So maybe
in the top lane, Hanskin's in some trouble trying to run himself away, but he gets spun down by Madara, and that is blood in the top lane. Once they hit those level 2s, they can really to Hanskin that slows out with the spin, and there's nothing that Rubik can do if he's put in a position like that. So great first blood there from OGC. They planned for this from such a long time as well, you know, as you say, getting that the Splinter Blast to get the level 2s and try and just turn it around as quickly as possible. Beautifully done.
Chessie might be in trouble if Kuno decides to blink and get a hit on him.
Yeah, no matter of him. He's gonna have to make the long walk back to his courier, and even then it's juggling his salve. He's still missing a ton of mana as well, so really rough start to this lane, a long way off from his Chessie, and having to buy more regen out to himself. Meanwhile, a little bit richer, a little bit healthier, just all around looking a little bit better.
Limp faking a Shadow Strike on him, but he realized, man, I should have gone for it. He does not have any mana.
Get some fixed.
10 seconds. Do you think Ice Frog will help Chessie out, give him a regen?
Should be but at the time, okay. Nice chunk of armor, of course. 1 HP regeneration under the tower just makes that self shoot up an HP. Very nice. But no, it's going to be an arcane room going on with Limp. Poor old Chessie keeps on suffering and suffering and suffering. Does have himself 2 mangoes now at the very least.
And this is an indirect buff to like Chen and his aura. You're sitting next to tower amplifying the
Pexi okay here? He's getting jumped on by S4 and Handskin. They're chasing him. Pexi going to make his way over that cliff. S4 though, what? From high ground from him. Jiba goes down to the bottom lane. Handskin trying to fit onto Pexi here. Pexi gets inside. Roche, come, please take me, Roche Daddy. But no, Handskin gets in. And be a very happy Handskin. Yeah.
So far, so good for Alliance. Bot lane going well. This is your win condition. Anti-mage is the ultimate carry in this game. Don't care too much any of the heroes besides like Jog if he misuses Blink, but there's the counters play spell.
Oh, mid lane, they will get him from there. A Blink in with the Queen of Pain with that already on him. That gives him the dash.
People want the dagger. Like, he's just going void.
Ability to dodge the shadow. You're not going to. I'm just going to on you. It has.
Just or the down on candle second.
True. The constant harassment from this clock has been. And this is what I was saying. I really do feel like Chessie has got potential control in this game. With the start he's had, that's going to be somewhat difficult.
They've left this room for Pain. So he's picked up, refill the bottle. Next room spawns in.
Worthy treat.
He's gonna be top, full mana, has a point in Sonic Wave. Also, OGC should be careful about playing too aggressive on the top lanes. Pain. About easy kills.
Actually, there from Chessie getting both the Shadow Strike and the Scream patched. So that's pretty value. But doesn't care. She's got regen. Gonna come on Chessie, keep on trying to as much as you can. And Chessie, not much you can do about that. And so the cool strike she on dissimilar. That's really
bad.
Chessie. You can dodge
down. You might get if you bait him to use the simulate, then with a Blink and Sonic, you can get a pick up.
If that's a play, Chessie, you should know this the problem from Limp here. It's a simulate. And Chessie actually coming forwards on this one, but Limp, he's not interested right now. The whole goes down and stops defending from that physical punch. That's a tag. Going down at the top into skin. Well, that is really costly death. You're doing quite well. Now goes down here. And this is going to allow S4 to start pull ahead.
Oh, GG. Self.
Certainly has, hasn't he? Now getting that mana taken away, a nice little shield crash down to the low ground, and I think that little play certainly well. Nika maybe still trying to bottom, uses the mana void as well. Shibe so low, the rock click coming in from the Chen penitence, but no, Shibe will live just about. Ooh, very, very close. Meanwhile, in the middle lane, a lot more battling going on between Limp and Chessie. Yeah, I think he's got to be careful here. Once again, getting the rune prediction wrong, and S4's going to make sure the Limp can grab this one as well. He's having such an unlucky time in this middle lane now.
Queen of Pain got all the runes. Now the best one you can pick up, Arcane one. It is time to make a rotation. Try to outpush the lane, or you try to get a kill. See how mid laner is doing. But ideally, you would want to get a kill on Juggernaut. Juggernaut's stanky. Magic wand, power treads on strength, 1000 HP.
Yeah, he's doing all right as well. Not the easiest target to cut down, but the Queen of Pain definitely has a nuke attack to make it possible. Maybe we just wants to stay mid for his treads first, not sure. But this arcane ring item on Quap is just insane. 10 int for a tier 1 item, excuse me?
That's 10 damage, plus 3 and some mana to replenish. That's one you can get.
Yeah, I would think that one in hero. Maybe some people really value the Faint Approach for the movement speed, but
There it is, rotation on the top lane. Pop that Arcane Rune, he out
she wants to
lane.
stack as well. Yeah.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
There's the smoke up, hand skin and S4. Just take this here. Doesn't really look like... No, never mind. She's showing paired. They really want Madara though. They don't have much about back to.
Queen of Pain didn't show on the lane, so they know that she is making some kind of rotation.
I'm just using S4 here, but it might be double into a bit of an awkward situation. And look at that Sonic Wave coming through perfectly, getting Madara, but they're going to jump in with Chessie here, and he gets 2 kills. Limp's still trying to fight this one, but probably realizing that he needs to leave soon. I'm trying to get a couple of spells out for them. Meanwhile, there comes a little healing kitty bouncing around, baiting Limp up to the high ground, but I'm not sure if they really. Yeah, doing so much work, but Chessie jumps past, steals the bounty, and Limp's going to cut his loss. But Chessie's also going to get... Oh, no, he's not going to get the Legion. Oh, Willie, Jibe, popping the ultimate, trying to lock down FNG, and will do so. And now they can turn and trying to get the turnaround kill onto FNG, but he pops out and got to keep himself alive. This is going to make it no because Jibe comes off. But now, S4 jumps to the fight, misses the spear, though. Chessie's able to dodge it out just perfectly and has the fling past. S4 finally on the high ground. The voice go and juke and jive across the lanes here. And I think the big winner out of all of this, it's no one who is fighting. It is just Nico Baby quietly farming his pants off in the bottom lane.
This is what Anti-Mage loves, and his team is taking fights, not losing them, while having a free lane for himself. Even though Pangolier had shield crash, Rubik still get a steal on that cube, so he will have it for the next 2 fights.
Are you gonna have a private conversation with his Pangolier after the game, mate? Sir, I told you to level that shield crash.
He didn't use it.
Exactly. Tough words from Daddy Lacoste. But despite everything, I think still going to be able to grab this big stack they made for themselves here. No one actually to take it in the end, because I don't think that's enough to bring down these creeps.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It just takes most of the big creeps in that situation as well, by the way. So, 11 minutes into advantage from
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Both going for the Battle Furies. This truly is an anime battle now. They both want to be these big farming cores.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
I
attack.
guess you just want to have him to keep farming with Anti-Mage, so you're always going to have the same amount of men every single time they're on at top lane. Queen of Pain will get the double damage. Going for Orchid, laning stage went well for her. Like you want to be able to silence a Jug, Wyvern, with the
Jibe. Gonna draw the Winter's Curse off the Rubik to stop his Rolling Thunder, and now the counter Rolling Thunder comes in from Jibe. Chessie jumping in deep, trying to control up the Queen of Pain, but they don't really have enough damage for her, and now Chessie can be insensible. He doesn't have himself another Astral Step. The Template will be used, but he's running out of directions here as they cover off his exits. Maybe they can just about save him, but with the Sonic Atmosphere used beautifully, Alliance will kill off Chessie in the end. A little bit of a mistake there to go in on that one, and they're going to lose that Void Spirit in the end.
Alliance understands how to aid them, how to defend their towers. You can see Anti-Mage already like farming the top part of the map, rotate, take the tower with the Chen creeps. Madara stops it, but still he has a TP ready to either defend the tower or just, you know, be at the different part of the map, and they're also putting the pressure on mid.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
They're putting a bit more than pressure on mid. They're going to take the whole damn tower down. I'm not sure how concerned I'm growing, because knowing those Jugs going for Battle Fury, it actually kind of makes it feel like OG Seed are going to have an answer. He's ahead for the time being, but still, you got to take into account the fact that Anti-Mage has the blink, which means he can get on them way quicker. Martin for the bottom lane, jumping on down and
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's middle
Anti-Mage
tower
will
is under attack.
try to take the top tower. It's much harder to push for tier 2 towers now, extra 25 damage, HP,
Dire's
zoning,
top tower
arena.
has fallen.
Yeah. Yeah, just sending a message to OGC. Do you want to come up our high ground? Well, it's going to cost you. And they're willing to pay that price. Arenas to the face. Feels pretty good. Just gives them the space they need to try and take this outpost and continue taking control of their of the goal. Do you like OGC play this game so far?
I mean, considering the draft that they have, it's a very hard to execute draft.
Radiant's
Mid
middle
got
tower
stomped.
is under attack.
How's he sitting at? 3.8k.
Dire's top tower is
Christian's
under
paying
attack.
2,000 more.
Yeah, it's much richer, but Lynn's struggling to get this one a little bit. He gets caught out, but especially the one who's in real trouble can't have the space to get off that rolling thunder, and it's going to get killed off by S4. Limbo Astrin immediately thinking for a +1, but Paul's really going to show themselves in this mid lane at this point.
Everyone's sitting at around like
Radiant are
70% HP. Chen still not using neither mech nor Hand of God, just trying to bait any kind of action from OG. Then he'll make them full HP. And you're always on a timer when you're playing against AM. It's gonna be a very good Battle Fury timing. He just finished it, I believe. Yes, 15 minutes.
Yeah, and the Jug is close behind. He's very close to actually finish off Battle Fury. Yeah, that's really in the head. And now they find the Boy Spirit in the middle lane, and he's going to get cut in two so quickly by the side of Alliance there as they just look for the pick-off and find it. It's going to much closer, ever closer to that Blink Dagger of his. Just going to make it even more of a threat on this map. And AM really going to start accelerating now. Jug needs to find his Battle Fury. Courier and secret shop. Can't let it die though. Shibi, acting as the Courier's bodyguard? No, just waiting over here until he has the money for the Perseverance. AM has a whole top area of the map to farm.
It's just AM is having such a free game. You have no stuns for him, Remnant, and if Rolling Thunder connects, you do not want to try popping Winter's Curse on AM. It could just easily backfire.
Yeah, that was like a good idea. That counter spell is quite the tricky spell to work around. Alrighty, Madara catching up. Battle Fury finished off his own. He can start to match Nico Baby's farm speed somewhat, although Nico Baby still will be a little bit faster.
Illusion.
Queen will soon finish her kid. Janet B did not see a single image nor Hand of God.
Your phone laying around.
Pretty much, yeah, he's living the dream. Doesn't even have to use healing spells. Could be in some trouble now, though.
You know things are going well for you when you're not like using Hand of God.
Yeah.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
No threats. They will grab his courier there, though, as he tries to use it to scout out a wall. He'll take a courier for an observer, I think. Cutting off that vision. I think they tried to kill it quickly enough so he'd lose the vision and be unable to get the D-ward, but unfortunately that wasn't the case. And the tier 2 items now starting to drop. They'll take this big ancient camp to try and get a couple more. And I'll get themselves a clumsy net for it. Oh, Jug. No. Bay is on to grab instead. Fair enough. Seems pretty good. I feel like you could guard though with a clumsy net on this launch. I don't know if that's something that they're currently thinking of. I guess not.
You want to give it to your
Dire's top tower
supports.
is under attack.
Yeah, I guess. Best to cut.
From Vambrace. Like you have Power and Vambrace, both of position 1
Dire's top
this game,
tower
so you
is
can
under
easily
attack.
get like 400
Dire's
HP
structures
if you just
are
switch,
fortified.
or mana if you need.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Bit of a follow at this stage, which Alliance suddenly winning. 6k hold advantage. OGC though, looking weird. I don't think they actually want to find Alliance right now. I'm not sure that would be good for them. They're definitely killing this Chen creep wave though, which is quite nice for them. Can they finish the job? Don't trust them. Here we go, Resident Pulse gets the job.
Radiant's middle tower is
I
under
think you
attack.
want to go into Roche Pit as a alliance. Still want to keep farming AM, in cast range on the blink. His farming will be more efficient. Not like he need it, you know, but you'll take it.
For sure. Just a little bit of safety. I mean, I feel like OGC won't take that Roche for free though. I'm not sure they'll have a choice, but I imagine they'll try. You know, Chen just feeding his creeps in for the
Radiant's middle tower
playboard?
is under
Netherwood?
attack.
Not the right one. They're actually able to take the outpost. OGC wants to take that as quick as possible. They're scared, and rightfully so. Limpet's hanging out nearby. He's got that orchid. A lot of kill potential on the Queen of Pain. Very too far. So here, looking, see if he can go for a cheeky Winter's Curse. But not finding anyone.
I'm bound to ruin spawn.
Radiant's bottom tower
Which is like
is under
it's gonna be
attack.
2 for 2 trade double damage.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Okay, so he's in a spot of bomb. They'll try and drop down the. Oh, Lim says no thank you. In goes blood. Pexu killed off, and as well as Z-Freak dying here. Alliance feeling pretty nice.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Double
attack.
damage. Just 2 heroes forward, and the mage continues to farm. I don't think OGC wants to defend the Stout. Alliance can defend the bottom tower. Madara is doing a sneaky play, trying to backstab. Anskin is gonna tap.
Dire's top
Madara,
tower
how
is under
patient is
attack.
he? He's not patient enough. He's not patient enough. Just juicy creeps and just can't abide letting them die like that, so he jumps and stuff in. Meanwhile, Alliance just staying together, just moving us 4 around the stump. You know, they're doing exactly what they want. Absolutely pressure put on Nico Bay. It's a terror, but which rather have fun in this game?
Yeah, sure. It's about here. The heroes are playing against.
Exactly.
There's like 2 blinking heroes on Alliance, and there are 3 heroes who have high mana pool and no like defensive abilities. You pop the Cryptify, like you're gonna get easily demolished by
Dire's
this mana
bottom
void.
tower is under attack.
That's gonna hurt like hell. Again. And just like the high maneuverability always makes Wyvern's job way harder. Like with 2 heroes built blinks and the Mars going for the blink dagger as well. The like Pexu getting off a really good Winter's Curse seems kind of
Dire's
hard.
top tower
It
is under
is. You're
attack.
also playing against Silence on Queen of Pain. Setup from Chessy.
Maybe. Set up for what? Set up for Spay to die to AM in another lane. That's
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Sure, this late he will
Dire's
start
top
joining
tower
more
is
fights. Now
falling.
he's just farming, popping in, getting a kill with Mana Void, continue to farm, just, you know, textbook, classic.
being followed by Limp here. Dance comes out on Tim's here as well. He's running out of bottom and pinned to
Is under attack.
down. Right clicks come in, and that is a dead juggernaut. Not a hero can afford to have dying right now. He does get that. Unfortunately, the Manta, oh, it was so close. It was on the courier towards him, and it delivers it to him as he dies, which is almost as just that's just salty right there. That just. But his courier's griefing him at this stage.
This lineup from OGC, like, you want to be grouping up, putting pressure, but once again, you were losing. There's no with these Magna involved. They're strong. At this point, it like doesn't matter that much. You have 2 static heroes who are just not doing anything on the map. Chan is farming. Level 12, kind of go. If you want to get, he has fire.
He's the baller. Daddy Chen was pretty calmly, and they're looking forward to Jimmy here, but won't actually find him. He really does miss, but they'll bring down Z3 call the same. Jimmy now on the run, and with the help of Pexu, they will keep him okay here. Meanwhile, oh, Juggernaut, no, not like this! Juggernaut tries to go in for a backline Omni Slash, but they catch him out, and they bring him down so fast. No time to react here as Pexu just going for the TP out, but the Spear's just going to clip him. He signs up as well, going to take a ton of damage. Nico Baby down under the tier 4s, gets himself the triple. This is looking like a bit of a freebie for Alas. He's good indeed. Look at Jimmy as well. He's getting stunned up, bashed up, beaten on down by Nico Baby, by S4. It's an ultra kill. Is there anybody here to give him a rampage? No, right now.
There, but he's not a team player.
He's running towards the point spirit. He's running towards the point spirit. Come on, here we go. Is he inside? Yes, he is. Nico Baby gets the rampage. The big fat R.
Yeah, I believe this game is officially over right now. Like OG is just playing this game for
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
waiting until they finish them. It's what we call play to lose. You're not making any kind of moves, you're just waiting for your opponent to do stuff.
Yeah, kind of like game 2 as well. Just not really much gap in the tank for OG Seed. Maybe the Burmans are out in game 1, or maybe this team just not having a good day today, but definitely not feeling like as much leadership behind OG Seed right now. The winning mentality doesn't seem to be here. And this Roche, it's sick. Are we doing picture? Didn't I?
Fallen to the radiant.
Let's take a bit. Try to drop the high entry one. You can do it, you know. Artistic teeth.
Good. Okay. You told me to throw a horse with like I don't know, a car probably.
At least you got a car. For the positives, dude. Meanwhile, Nico Baby, he's just walking up onto the high ground. He's jump on Z3 Pugner, trying to get himself away. Run, little boy. They're being played around with her. He has got the Omni side. He can just use the blade, but it doesn't make a difference. Beer comes from the low ground, brings down Madara. Z3 dead as well. And then Frontline Nico Baby's going to jump in onto the Void Spirit, blows him up as well. Which is
under attack.
Maybe, but no, there's your hand of God. Maybe not a chance in hell. And now the stop is back towards him. Catastrophe for OGC this game. It's just not looking good. Chessie trying to make something happen, rolling his face across the keyboard and jumps in, throws a bunch of spells, trying to get undone. Anti-mage just sit in front of the base. Get inside. Stay in there. I'm not letting you your fountain, Nico Baby says. I'm going to take your mango. Yeah, they call it. That's the line for them. You start seeing our mangoes, and that's GG. They're going very convincingly towards Alliance here, and they show what they can do. They are saying that we're a good team. We are definitely a good team. They just keep on rolling this tournament. Definitely one of the ones to look at.
Very slow and methodical game from Alliance. Not many mistakes were made. They were just, farming them